think defensively, Larry, they're going to have to stop the big play. Pratt's a big play offense, and TMP is going to have to stop those big plays. They're going to have to put some tight pass coverage on because Pratt, because of the loss of their #1 ground gainer, Brad Beckman, has gone to the pass game some. So their linebackers are going to have to drop into coverage, and their corners are also going to have to know when to release and come up strong. Now, offensively, I think what TMP is going to have to do is move the chains, control the ball, control time of possession, and score once they get in the red zone. If they can do that, keep the ball out of the hands of Pratt, they've got a real good chance tonight, Larry.
All right, well, we're set to go here. Just before we do, we want to say hello to Jeff Durall on the camera.
Well, hello.
Hey, good to be back, Jeff.
Howard, it's good to have you back. We kind of missed you last week there, buddy.
Well, I'm glad you did.
Okay, here we go. Monarchs and the Greenbacks. We're underway. Nice kickoff there by Pratt's going to drive Wiley back into the end zone, and they'll bring it out to the 20 to get this one underway.
Howard brought me another sucker on the way back.
Yeah, and I wanted to say, you know, an official welcome, Howard, welcome back.
We had a great time in Ohio. Ashland University won. They knocked off Saginaw, who was #5 in the country, and so Peter's family was kind of happy when we came back.
Came back with another win. That's at least 2 in a row, right?
They're now 5-1 and ranked 15th in the country.
Okay, here come the Monarchs. 1st and 10 from the 20 to give this to Wiley, and he runs into his own player there at the 20. He still manages to pick up about 2 or 3 yards.
You know, Larry, he ran hard last week, too. Maybe he'll have another good game.
Jason Wiley's been running hard since 6th grade, I think. I had Jason Wiley on one of my Little League football teams, and I think he had 1,000 yards when he was in the 7th grade. Good, strong runner.
Last week, Wiley led the Monarchs with 72 yards on 18 carries, but he left the game after being driven to the ground when he tried to throw the ball on a halfback pass in the 3rd quarter. I believe he had a slight concussion, but he's back starting tonight. And Brenner, I believe, this time gets the carry, and he is up just shy of the 30-yard line for the Monarchs. So the Monarchs are moving the ball on the ground on their first 2 plays, Howard.
That time, the TMP offensive line opened up a nice hole, and Adam Brenner slid through, and then he picked up 3 or 4 yards on his own.
So the Monarchs pick up another 6 on the carry by Brenner. There's 10:58 left to go here in the first quarter, just underway here at Lewis Field Stadium. No score. Monarchs in their first possession. Brenner is back starting at running back tonight after played last week but did not start. And Bloom keeps it himself, and I believe he's got the first down. It could be close here depending on the spot.
I don't know, Larry. That looked to me like a little bit of a broken play, and I think Bloom wanted to make a quick pitch and pulled it back in and tucked the ball and just ran around the corner. And that was a smart play on his half.
At any rate, he picked up the first down for the Monarchs, so they get their first one of the game. Monarchs had, I believe it was 17 first downs last week against Ulysses. Howard, you weren't here. They moved the ball up and down the field well. They just couldn't put it in the end zone.
Well, I talked with Gene Flax prior to the game, and he said they played with great aggressiveness and just gave up a couple of big plays and couldn't get the ball in the end zone.
Okay, 1st and 10 Monarchs from the 30. Wiley gets the call here. He'll pick up about 3 for the Monarchs.
I'll tell you what, Larry, when you play the Pratt Greenbacks, there's going to be some hitting on the field. Coach Rich Anderson is a crafty veteran coach, and he really believes in intensity, and he coaches his players to play with great intensity, and you're going to hear some pad popping tonight.
Well, in the last 2 games, the Greenbacks have scored a lot of points. But according to what I've heard, they've also, not in the last 2 weeks, but in prior games, given up a lot of points. So they're haven't had very good time of possession. Brenner with the call there. He'll be just shy of the 35, so it's going to be 2nd and about 5 for the Monarchs, or 3rd, excuse me.
And a good second effort there by Adam Brenner. Picked up a yard or 2 after the initial hit.
.9:18 left to go here in the first quarter. Next week we have Hayes High comes back to town for a homecoming contest against, and they also open district play against Salina South here at Lewis Field Stadium. And Bloom wants to throw. He's got a man open, but Wiley was open at the 40, but also downfield was Brad Beaker. I don't think Matt saw him. So it'll bring up a 4th down, and The Monarchs are going to have to punt it away here.
Looked like we had a little bit of a mix-up between the receivers and the quarterback that time. I'm not sure whether the receiver ran a wrong route or the quarterback thought something was there, but I'm sure they'll get that corrected, and we'll see some completions tonight.
Okay, Beaker's been doing the punting chores for the Monarchs. Oh, maybe they're not punting. Monarchs going for it here. This is a big call. The pitch is to Wiley, and he gets the first down, and he's going to get more. He could go all the way here. They run him down at the 30-yard line, brought down by Tom Brim of the Pratt Greenbacks. Big gamble there by Gene Flax.
I'll tell you what, Coach Flax is letting it all hang out tonight. That was a big gamble, Larry, but it paid off big dividends also. Sometimes the greater the risk, the greater the reward.
Talk about not respecting a defense. Right there from the start.
Well, and Jason Wiley just accelerated around that end and then up the sideline and made a great cutback and a great run.
Okay, so the Monarchs 1st and 10 from the Greenback 30, and I believe Brenner got the call that time and may have picked up a yard before he was pushed back by the Greenbacks. Looks like he got a couple.
You know, I'm not sure that Pratt really even thought they were going to run right up to the snap of the ball.
You know, it may have been a case where maybe they thought they were trying to pull them off sides or something of that nature.
I think you might be right, Larry.
Well, this is where they had their problems last week. Hopefully they can get in the end zone this week.
Well, they sure caught me off guard with that play. Okay, 2nd and about 8 for the Monarchs. Brenner once again gets the call. He breaks one tackle at the 35 or 25, and he's got another first down for the Monarchs as they're down to close to the 20-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, before the game, I talked with Rich Anderson from Pratt, and Rich said one of his major concerns was the aggressiveness that the TMP Monarchs have shown in the last couple of weeks. And you're seeing great aggressiveness tonight by the Monarch running backs. That's just great second effort, strong running, the lines blowing open holes, and Monarchs now are inside the red zone, and now we have to see a score.
Okay, 1st and 10 Monarchs from the 16-yard line of the Greenbacks. Let's see if they can put it in here. Brenner once again. He may have fumbled the football. We'll check it here. Pratt thinks they have it. No official sign yet. I believe the Monarchs are going to retain possession here.
Well, last week, as I understand it, in talking with Coach Flax prior to the game, the Monarchs had some chances inside the red zone down in Ulysses and just couldn't punch the ball in. Larry, let's see if they can punch it in here.
That's right. They went on in a big 4th down play, I remember, last week, and Bloom threw the interception. Well, actually, it wasn't his fault. The ball got batted up in the air right into the hands of a Ulysses player. He did end up taking it back for a touchdown, but it was brought back because of a penalty. But Ulysses did go on to score a touchdown. Wiley, the carrier for the Monarchs, on a 2nd and 8 down call, and picks up maybe a yard. It looks like it's going to be 3rd and about 7 here for the Monarchs. See if Gene maybe might put it in the air again here. What do you think, Howard?
I think it'd be probably a good call. You know, a lot of times you hate to wait till 3rd down to throw. Sometimes inside the red zone, I think a good call is a pass on 1st down. But different coaches have different philosophies.
Monarchs are against the wind here in the 1st quarter. Bloom does put it up.
He's got a man.
Just a little bit underthrown there for, is that Beaker? Brad Beaker, the intended receiver. Pass thrown just a little shy with 6:07 left to go here in the 1st quarter. Monarchs have another 4th down play, and this is a big reminder of last week's game. They had a 4th down play inside the 20.
You know, and Larry, if you're going to win football games, you have to score once you get in the red zone. That's the difference between an average team and a great team. Great teams score inside the red zone.
Flax must think that also. He's going to try the field goal here as Gutchalk's in to kick it.
Got the distance.
And I believe it's good. It is.
And I think that was a really smart call by Coach Flax. You know, they drove down that far. You want to put some points on the scoreboard. Monarchs come away with 3 and take the lead.
My apologies to Ryan Hoffman. That was him that booted the ball in there, and I believe that was from 32 yards. 32-yard field goal. So the drive started on the 20. Monarchs chewed a lot of time off the clock. It comes with 6:03 left in the first quarter, and Pratt has yet to touch the football.
Well, and the big play of that drive was the fourth down play. Really a gutty call, I would say. It worked. And like we talked earlier, Coach Flax is kind of letting it all out tonight. He wants to take home a victory against these Pratt Greenbacks.
Just going to check here. Had some standings somewhere in the league standings. TMP is in, it looks like, third place behind Hoisington, who's 4-0. Ulysses is 2-0 in league. TMP is right behind Ulysses at 1-2, tied with Scott City at 1-2. Then Larned at 0-2 and Pratt at 0-2. And I know Gene wants to go into district play. Would very much like to do that with a win here tonight, and they do start that next week.
Larry, right now what we'd like to see, I'm sure Coach Flax would like to see, is some good field position. If we can get the kickoff and pin Pratt's ears back inside the 15, I'm sure Coach Flax would be really happy.
TJ Gutchalk doing the kicking duties here for the Monarchs, gets a nice kick, drives the Pratt runner back to the 10-yard line. Now he breaks a few tackles, and nice return by number 31 there. That's Kyle Brown. And Pratt will get their first possession at about the 33-yard line.
TJ Gottschalk is a good-looking sophomore, Larry. Made a nice kick there, and I've been reading about him in the newspaper. It seems like he's doing some good things for these Monarchs as a sophomore.
Okay, 1st and 10 for Pratt here on their first possession of the football game. 5:57 now left in the first quarter here. See if the Monarchs defense can contain here.
Boy, and Pratt ran that play picture perfect. That play is designed to, the blocking scheme is designed to set up an alley, and you saw the alley develop, and the Pratt running back made a great run and read his blocking well and picked up almost first down, 9 yards.
Kyle Brown was the ball carrier there. So it's 2nd down and 1 here now for the Greenbacks. To pass is Reiner. He can't complete it.
Well, I think what happened that time, Larry, the receiver had a miscommunication on his pass route. They emptied the backfield. They put 5 men into a pattern, and I think Pratt receiver just missed an assignment there because the quarterback certainly was throwing at a spot.
So it's going to bring up what should be 3rd and a yard, should it not? The yard, no, now they change it to 3rd. 3rd and a yard here for Pratt. They kind of wasted a play there on 2nd down. They'll probably keep this one on the ground. They do. And I believe he picked up the first down. We'll check it here. Depends on the spot.
Well, Rich Anderson's a crafty old coach. He knows his trade well, and I think 2nd and short is a great time to throw the ball, and he obviously thought so too. Then come back with the back quality of the backs they've got. He feels that he can pick up a first down, and that's what he did. Now what the Monarchs have to do, Larry, I think, is tighten up. You know, they're facing a very talented offensive football team, and it's going to be big to stop them right now and try to turn the momentum, keep it with them.
Okay, we have a timeout now called by Pratt, so boy, this game's moving by quickly. It comes with 4:55 left. The TMP Monarchs are in front of the Pratt Greenbacks 3-0 here. This game brought to you in part by, let me see where I'm starting at tonight, Gutierrez Mexican Restaurant. That sounds like a good one. I wish I had some of that right now. Gutierrez Mexican Restaurant is proud to support today's game of the week and high school athletics. This is their way to say thanks for your continued patronage. At Gutierrez for lunch, dinner, or any occasion, Gutierrez Mexican Restaurant, truly one of Hayes' finest restaurants since 1984, located 2 blocks east of 27th and Vine Street in Hayes. And RDH Electric, contractors providing quality electrical work to schools, hospitals, businesses, educational institutions, community centers, and more. Lighting up your residential or commercial or industrial life, RDH Electric is proud to be a supporter of area youth. Call RDH Electric, 800 East 8th. Or East 12th Street, excuse me, in Hayes. So 1st and 10 here from the 44-yard line of the Pratt Greenbacks. They'll try to get into TMP territory for their first time tonight. Still on their first possession. Monarchs up 3-0. Very long signal count that time, and in quickly for the Monarchs is number 53, and that's Daniel Munch. Put pressure on Reiner.
Just wanted to introduce him to the carpet.
He did a fine job of that. So 2nd and 10 here for the Greenbacks. Let's see if they go back to the run here. And they do. Run out of bounds by several of the Monarchs, including Tom Flax and Brenner, and Wiley was number 21, and that's Dustin Patton. So that's going to bring up 3rd and about 5.
You know, Larry, as strong a running game as the Greenbacks have shown, they're without their premier running back, number 9, Brad Beckman. He was injured earlier in the season, and they've been without him the past several games.
See if they put it in the air here on 3rd and 5. No, they're going to run it. Quarterback keeper on the sweep. He's got the first down and then some into TMP territory. Jason Wiley makes the stop.
Right now, Larry, Pratt's doing an excellent job of carrying out their offensive assignments.
And we got a flag. It's going to come back. Did you see the call there, Jeff?
No, I was doing my camera thing.
You know, Howard brought me one of these pretty things that tells me what all the calls are, and now I wasn't watching to see what it was.
I believe it was a holding call, I think.
Okay, so that's going to set.
They are aggressive.
Yeah, they were ready. They says, let's get up there before they take this 15 or 10 yards away, whatever it is from us. Now it's going to bring up 3rd and long, be 3rd and 9 here for the Greenbacks. So the Monarchs get another chance to keep Pratt out of their half of the football field, and now we had some movement. That's going to set them back another 5. Now your coach on the Pratt side has to be pulling his hair out about now. Had the first down.
That's a momentum killer when you have 2 consecutive penalties like that and you're moving the ball. And, that just gives coaches gray hair.
4:40 left to go here in the first quarter. Monarchs are on top 3-0. And Pratt now is looking at 3rd and about 14, we'll call it. Back to pass is Reiner. He's throwing long. He's got a man open. Oh, and he in and out of his hands. Should have been caught, and that had 6 points written all over it. Number 22, Andy Eichhoff, was the intended receiver. And let me tell you what, Howard, he was looking, thinking end zone.
Well, Eichhoff ran a deep post. He beat his man back there, and he had probably a 5-yard cushion. The quarterback laid it in nice, and you know, Eichhoff just dropped it. But those things happen in high school football. You know, you think you got the ball, and I think he was probably running before he actually caught the ball.
Colin Reiner, the quarterback, is back to punt. Pratt showing a little more respect for the TMP defense. Staub almost in there to block it for the Monarchs. Beaker will take it at the 15-yard line. And he'll return it to about the 27-yard line, so about a 12 or 13-yard return there. So the Monarchs hold on the first Pratt possession.
Well, and Pratt helped them out there with 2 penalties that kind of set them back, and then the Monarchs toughened up and held, and now they've got the ball.
4:22 left in the first quarter here. Once again, Monarchs are on top here 3-0 after taking their initial possession from the 20-yard line, ending up with a 32-yard field goal by Hoffman to take it to the 3-0 lead. And there was a Wiley, no, that's Brenner with the ball carrier, and almost loses the football, it looked like there.
Well, that time the Monarchs lined up with a double tight set with split backs and a flanker receiver out here. And ran a little counter play and picked up about 3 yards.
So let's see if the Monarchs can drive the length of the field once again here. As once again, I stated they did that well last week. Big difference from last week is on that after that first drive, Ulysses ended up scoring first on the interception. Wiley with the carry here. He's up across the 30 to about the 34-yard line. So it'll be, we'll call it 3rd and about 4 for the Monarchs. You're awful quiet over there tonight, Jeff.
Well, it's been a long day.
You're real quiet. Yes, it has.
It's been a real long day.
Oktoberfest 1997 in Hayes. Hope
was
some
that?
of you were out to. Yeah, I know. You
Was
didn't
that
get
today?
Brenner with the carry, and he's got the first down for the Monarchs as he's up across the 38-yard line. That'll be enough.
That was a nice call, a little inside trap, and Brenner did a good job exploding through the hole up the field and picked up a nice first down for the Monarchs.
You know, like you said earlier in the game, Larry, they do grind out a lot of first downs, TMP. I just wish they could just put the whole thing together and put some points on the board.
Yeah. And they did tonight. They got the field goal, and maybe that's what Gene was thinking. He didn't want to come out again with no points, so field goal better than nothing. And Hoffman kicked that against the wind. And there's a pretty stiff wind this evening. And now Bloom.
There was some confusion before that play, and I think that was another broken play.
Yeah, the quarterback was trying to direct traffic back there. He knew they were lined up in bad formation. He tried to get it corrected. The backs didn't quite listen to him, and there was nothing he could do but turn and tuck the ball and put it up the field.
And he probably did smartly at that rather than wandering around in the backfield.
Well, Bloom's a smart quarterback, Larry, and I agree with you totally there. He knew that when the play was broken, all he wanted to do was tuck that ball and make sure he didn't make a silly error.
Run where the running back was supposed to be running, I would assume. If he's that quick thinking. Quick out over to Dries. He's going to be tackled immediately, though, and there'll be no gain on that play.
That's a 4th and short play for the Kansas City Chiefs, but they tend to throw it behind the receiver about 4 or 5 yards.
Wait, and you know, I don't like to talk about, I mean, I'm a Chiefs fan, but since you brought that up, you know, and Howard, I'll ask your opinion on this.
Let's get him.
I was watching that game last week, and when you throw a pass behind the line of scrimmage, you're on 4th down. Not only, you got to do 2 things. Not only do you have to complete the pass, but the guy that catches it has to pick up the first down. So you have to do a good pass and a good run on the same play. Why not just throw the ball or run the ball for a first down? Anyway, Wiley gets the call here, and gets you up to about the 41-yard line before he's driven back by the Greenbacks.
Well, in that time, the Pratt Greenbacks did a little bit better job of pursuit and gang tackling, and really Jason Wiley just didn't have any place to go.
Okay, now once again, I'm going to say the punter for the Monarchs is Brad Beaker. I believe he's averaging about 35 yards per kick. I'll try to check that for you, and he is back to punt this time. 35.2 yards per punt. He's got 18 punts on the season. Low snap, but it's a fairly good punt off. That takes a neutral bounce at the 35-yard line, and that's where it's going to come to rest.
Hey, Larry.
What?
Who's this game brought to us by?
I was getting just to that. Klein's Mortuary.
I'll be darned.
Life itself is a wonderful and exciting game to play when that comes to an end. Turn to the caring comfort of Klein's Mortuary. Since 1960, Klein's has helped the people in our area cope through those difficult times. Klein's Mortuary, Hayes and Victoria. And USD 489, Hayes Public Schools, educating a community for life. Okay, 1st and 10 for Pratt here. 27.3 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. And then Pratt will be against the wind here. Keep it on the ground as Brent Melroy gets the carry.
That was a fast first quarter.
Well, it started out that way, but then it seemed to slow down, and that may be and probably is the last play of the first quarter as they're just going to stay back. So that's the end of the first quarter here at Lewis Field Stadium. your first quarter score is the TMP Marian Monarchs 3 and the Pratt Greenbacks nothing. This game brought to you in part by Steel Fabrications. No job is too big or too small for the Iron Men of Western Kansas. Steel Fabrications, build it or fix it. If it can be done, they can do it. In steel, stainless steel, aluminum, no matter what type of metal, on location or in the shop, they can shear it, roll it, break it, or weld it. Around the house, on the farm, in the oil fields, or at your business, nobody beats the Iron Men of Western Kansas. Steel Fabrications, East Highway 40 bypass in Hayes. And Sportsman Supply. Something always is in season at Sportsman Supply. If hunting is your bag, you'll find everything from archery equipment to a full line of Browning firearms and hunting clothing. Catch the best fish with the best equipment and ride away on a bike that'll take you around the neighborhood or across the country. At Sportsman Supply, you get more than just equipment. You get service and knowledge to keep you right where you want to be, outside enjoying it. Sportsman Supply, 2520 Vine in Hayes. And Chase Insurance.
Glenn?
Instead of calling over Hayes, all over Hayes when you have an insurance problem, why not dial Larry Schaefer or Glenn Staub at Chase Insurance of Hayes? Chase Insurance can give you a quote on your car, home, business, health, and life insurance. And I'll finish that right after this second, and we're going to call it 3 for the Greenbacks here at the start of the second quarter. Monarchs on top, 3-0. And Reiner's back to pass, and he completes it to number 24 there at around the 45-yard line. 24 is Kendall Ray. On defense there was Staub for the Monarchs, Jarrett Staub. He got up a little slowly after that. Anyway, I better finish Chase Insurance, huh? Ask any of the agents at Chase about substantial discounts that are available for writing your car and home insurance with the same company. Stop by Chase Insurance office at 14th and Main and see Larry or Glenn or any of the agents for all of your insurance needs. 1st and 10 for the Greenbacks here.
That last tackle there was helmet on helmet. Probably smarted just a little bit.
And now Staub had a chance to intercept it, but again, Howard, there was one. I think he maybe took his eye off the ball, was ready for the return.
Well, what happened that time is Pratt went to a little quick slant. It was a great call by Pratt. Wide open receiver, and the quarterback just flat overthrew it. Jarrett Staub had maybe 6 points on the mind when he saw that ball coming, because there was nothing but green in front of him.
I think he was surprised it was thrown so nicely to him.
And this is the first time Pratt has been in TMP territory tonight. And now they break this one. Look out here. Beaker on the chase here, and he makes the stop at the 7-yard line. But that's not only a first down, but Pratt is now threatening for the first time in this football game. The ball carrier was number 30, Brent Melroy.
I'll tell you what, Larry, Rich Anderson loves the inside trap. In fact, he's known for that. I've gone to a couple of coaching clinics just to listen to him talk about the inside game. And he'll set you up, he'll go outside, he'll throw the ball, and then all at once he'll pop in with that quick trap, and boy, it's a tough play to stop.
Okay, 3-0, TMP on top here, but Pratt is threatening, and now flags come out. That can only be against the Greenbacks, as the ball had not been snapped, unless, of course, the Monarchs lined up in the neutral zone. But Pratt's taking a walk, so it'll go against them. I'm going to get one quick sponsor in here. AA Sporting Goods. AA Sporting Goods, packed full of your favorite quality athletic wear, featuring orange wear, shorts, and jerseys made of micro mesh, dazzle cloth, and the hot new Z-cloth. And lots of bad colors to choose from. I'll finish that one in a minute here. 1st and goal, now from the 13-yard line. And defensively there for the Monarchs was number 55, Scott Thomason. Saved a touchdown, but boy, I tell you, that was quite the run by number 31, Kyle Brown.
Well, Larry, that time you saw Pratt line up in that full house backfield. They call it the robust today, and Pratt's dangerous when they line up in that particular formation. That's their red zone offense, and they'll just try to punch it in out of the robust. 2nd and goal
from the 5. Greenbacks trying to take the lead here from the Monarchs, and nice tackle there. I believe that was that Wiley?
Wiley.
Jason Wiley with a textbook tackle.
Well, if Jason hadn't stepped in like he did from his backer spot to make that tackle, there were 6 points.
Yeah, he was the only man left, and he made good use of it. So now it's 3rd and goal from the 3. See if the Monarchs can keep him out of the end zone here. A fumble.
Oh.
Monarchs have it in the end zone.
Fumblerooski.
That's going to be a touchback, and the Monarchs are going to get the ball at the 20-yard line.
Boy, and what a great break, Larry, for the Monarchs. You know, the Greenbacks were right down there threatening to score. I thought they were close to being in the end zone, and the ball pops loose. Now the Monarchs have it. Great break for the TMP Monarchs.
Jeff, let's take a look at that one again.
All righty then.
Well, what happened, Larry, there was a quick handoff here. Pratt looks like they're going to score, and bam, the ball pops loose, and very alertly, TMP pops on it.
So Monarchs from the 20-yard line, still on top, 3-0, 9:51 left to go in the first half here. Monarchs keep it on the ground. Brenner gets the call. And he picks up maybe a yard.
He was wrapped up by number 84, Justin Green.
Well, I'll tell you what, you know that Rich Anderson over there on the Pratt sideline is not happy with that. When you get down inside that red zone, especially inside the 5-yard line and shoot yourself in the foot, that can make it a long game.
Pratt was down to the 3-yard line. Now look back at that touchdown saving tackle by Jason Wiley. That was big. Bloom wants to throw it. Now the ball, I believe, is tipped at the line of scrimmage. The intended receiver was Tom Flax.
That time, Larry, Pratt did a good job of putting pressure on Matt Bloom. He did a nice job of getting away from the pressure, did put the ball out, put it where it wouldn't be intercepted, and really did a nice job. You don't want an interception down here inside the 40-yard line.
You know, I never did finish my AA spot, so I want to do that real quickly here. Orangeware quality is used by major colleges and teams throughout the U.S., including FHSU and the Converse sponsor teams of Oklahoma, TCU, New Mexico, University of South Carolina, Louisville, University of Arkansas, and Clemson. Orangeware made right here in Hayes and available at AA Sporting Goods on the mall in Hayes. Monarchs, Wiley with the call here. And Wiley's up across the 25, almost to the 30-yard line before he's brought down by number 41 there, Corey Hoffman.
Larry, you saw a nice job of a good offensive back reading his blocking. Jason came out. He saw the kick-out block, cut inside the kick-out, and picked up another 6 or 7 yards. Nice run by Jason Wiley.
Beaker brings in the call. It's 4th down and 1, and it appears that Flax is going to go for it here, so this may be another big one. There's 8:30 left in the first half here. Let's see if he tries to pull him offside, but no, now Bloom wants a timeout. And I think maybe they just wanted to see how they were going to line up. So they're going to talk about it. This game brought to you in part by the Mad Matter. Mad Matter preserving memories for a lifetime for nearly 20 years in Hayes, framing and creatively matting pictures, senior portraits, graduation announcements, needlework, even memorabilia. The Mad Matter is a great source for posters and signed limited edition prints. Stop in and browse. Over 6,000 titles available to choose from. No project too small or too large. The Mad Matter welcomes do-it-yourselfers, decorators, and commercial work from throughout the area. Hundreds of framing samples, corners to choose from. The Mad Matter Frame Shop Gallery, 112 East 11th Street in downtown Hayes. And Fort Hayes Trucking, just across the county or clear across the country. When it comes to hauling grain and feed commodities, Fort Hayes Trucking Incorporated gets the job done. 24-hour service, 7 days a week. 15 haulers hitting the road, going pert near everywhere with local and long distance hauling. Fort Hayes Trucking Incorporated, just off Canterbury at 1707 East 10th Street in Hayes. And Purdy's Pharmacy, a great place to pick up sports rubs, splints, and braces, Stromgren supports, wraps, bandages, and ice packs for those athletic aches and pains. Purdy's Pharmacy, 2505B Canterbury Road in Hayes. And they're still talking about it.
Well, you know, it kind of surprises me that Gene would go for it here, but he may, and I'll tell you why he may do it. You know, he's only got about a half a yard to make. One of his game plans, or ideas in his game plan, was to keep the ball out of Pratt's hands. And as long as the Monarchs can control the football, Pratt's not going to score. Now, I can tell you this, with a Pratt offense like they have, they're a big play offense, and they can score just as easy from their own 30 as your 30. And in fact, the pass game, as you come inside the 30, the pass game gets tougher to actually utilize. So what Gene's thinking might be is, hey, let's take a big gamble here. If it works, Good for us. We're going to hold the ball and keep it out of Pratt's hands, Larry.
Okay, we'll see if he still chooses to go for it. Now Brad Beaker is in, and he's going to punt the football. Might look for a fake here, though. No, they snap it, and Beaker gives it a punt. And it's going to be taken at the 35, and Tom Flax makes a nice tackle there. I tell you what, the first man there was, and I don't have a, wasn't that 31? 31 for the Monarchs, who I don't have on the roster. Oh, I know who that. That's Chad Geist. He's a freshman. He played last week.
You know, and we have two young players out here. Chad Geist, his father, Ron Geist, coaches for us in Hayes Junior Football League, and Chris Gottschalk's son plays. Chris coaches for us in the league. Both real quality coaches and great friends of mine.
At any rate, nice stop there by Tom Flax, the 165-pound junior, and from the 37-yard line, Pratt will get their second.
Movement again by Pratt.
I believe that time we had number 24, wideout on the left-hand side there on the far side, I think left early.
I think you're right, Howard.
Well, you've been quiet over there tonight, Jeff.
Well, I will make up for it.
Okay, 8:15 left to go in the first half. Monarchs are on top here, 3-0.
Is there a full moon?
I don't see any moon.
You might.
So it's 1st and 15 now from the 33-yard line. We'll call it the 32. And they complete the pass out across the 40-yard line. Staub was on the defense there for the Monarchs.
And I'll tell you what, Jared did a nice job there. Broke down, made a good, strong tackle. If that spin move would have worked, Pratt had 6 points. So Jared, he was out there on an island, and he made the play he's supposed to make.
7:49 now left to go. Got a chance. I want to welcome all the Fort Hayes alumni into town for homecoming this weekend. Hope you find some time to watch a little bit of the Cable 14 Game of the Week. Clock was still running. Now they stop it. They'll probably add some to the clock here, so we might have a short time out here while they put some time back on the clock. Yes, they will. So that gives me time to do another sponsor. Yeah, we'll keep it right here. They just need to send the message up on what they want put back on the clock. They'll use Coach Gene Flax to do so. What's he got there? He wants
8. Looks like it. What's 8 seconds put back on? That or he's saying he wants a number 8 extra value meal.
Well, he does look like kind of one of those people in the drive-up window.
Jeff, did you enjoy some food down there at Oktoberfest today?
No, Howard, I didn't get a chance to make it down there today.
I'll tell you what, they had a great selection again. Boy, they do a great job every year.
Is anyone there?
That time,
I was wondering if you guys left me for a second.
Well, Jeff, I was setting up our halftime show.
I was watching the game.
I was worried.
Can't you guys fill in for me for a second? You guys always complain because I talk too much, and I have to take the headphones off for just a second, and it's silence. Of course, the people out there are probably loving it.
I'm sure they are.
Okay, it's 3rd and 3 here. 6:59 left to go. Monarchs on top, 3-0 from the 44-yard line. The Pratt Greenbacks trying to pick up a first down here. And, oh, nice stop there by, was that Flax?
Number 12.
That
was
12.
Tom Flax.
And I'll tell you, he did a great job. I'll tell you what his responsibility is at that outside linebacker position. When he gets the right hat read, he's supposed to scrape to the outside. And what that means by scraping, we mean that he takes a hard push just outside the defensive end and covers that alley. And boy, he did it to perfection that time.
Nice tackle by Flax, but Pratt does pick up the first down, so they're threatening entering the TMP side of the field here once again. The handoff, uh-oh, look out, that one's 6 points. Nice handoff there. Brandon Smith, I believe, is the ball carrier there. No, I checked that. That's Brent Melroy. So it's a 52-yard touchdown run.
Well, Larry, that's really tough. You know, that time Pratt lined up in that robust offense, came with a lead blocker, popped in right behind him. There was an alley, and I don't believe he was touched.
The quarterback, Cullen Reiner, will attempt the extra point here. And the kick is good. So with 6:18 left to go in the first half here, Pratt has taken the lead for the first time tonight. They now lead the TMP Marian Monarchs 7-3.
You know, Larry, that's exactly what Coach Flax told me prior to the game that was his biggest worry against this ball club, but Pratt. You know, he wanted to try to avoid the big play wherever possible, and of course that time, as hard as the Monarchs tried, it just happened, and they're going to have to come back here and march down and score some points.
Yeah, the Monarchs have been moving the football well. Let's see if they can put another drive together here before halftime and try to regain the lead here. It is nice to see 3 points on the board for the Monarchs, because once again they had a 4th and short. We're in danger of not getting anything out of a nice drive again, and at least they've got something to show for it. So pretty good ball game so far. But as you mentioned before the game, Howard, there was one of those big plays Coach Gene Flax was talking about.
Well, and Pratt Greenbacks are a big play offense. And one of the things that you have to worry with them is when they line up in that full house offense. They're explosive out of that.
Okay, kick is going to go out of bounds, so the Monarchs, I believe, will get the ball at the 35-yard line, I believe is the ruling.
You know, I talked with Coach Deckent for TMP Monarchs prior to the game, and I was asking Coach Deckent what he felt the strengths were on this Pratt team, and he said what he feared most as a defensive coach was when they lined up in that full house set, that robust set. He said they're very, very explosive out of that set.
Okay, Wiley is checked out offensively. Quarterback Matt Bloom now comes in with the play from Coach Gene Flax. Looks like the running backs will be Brenner. And I didn't catch the other one. I'm sorry about that. Back to throw is Bloom.
He's got a man.
Complete to Brenner. Brenner runs it up across the 45-yard line. He's inside the 45 to about the 42. So nice pass there from Matt Bloom to Adam Brenner.
Larry, that was a pretty play. Nice call by Coach Flax. Executed to perfection. Brenner ran a great route, and of course Bloom put the ball in the money, and then Brenner, a nice run after he caught the ball.
I wanted to check that. That was Brenner that on the reception, was it not, and not Flax?
That was Brenner.
Brenner, okay. Just wanted to make sure. Wait, give credit where it's due. Thought maybe I saw the numbers backwards. One's 12 and one's 21. Another pass tipped by, now that one was TJ Gutchalk. Couldn't quite get a handle on it. A little bit overthrown, Howard.
Well, I'll tell you what caused that. If you watch the mechanics of the quarterback out there, as he was coming back, he didn't set his feet. The completion that he had before, if you noticed, he set his feet. On this particular one, he was moving backwards, and when that happens, you don't have quite as much strength as you throw the ball, and you saw what happened.
Okay, so 2nd and 10 for the Monarchs from the 43. And TJ Gutchalk gets the call on this one. He's going to bring it up across the 40 to about the 39-yard line.
Boy, and TJ Gutchalk is a nice-looking sophomore. You know, for a sophomore to read blocking like he just read the blocking scheme and hit that alley like he hit it, and then pick up the yardage that he got, that's nice to see from a sophomore.
Hey, Brenner will check out now. Beaker back in. Brad Beaker, excuse me.
Larry, you think he'll put it in the air again?
Well, they got 3rd and what here? 8, 3rd and 6. It's a long 6.
I'll tell you what, he's had some receivers open if he can just buy time.
Done it twice in a row here. Let's see if they do it again. Now the halfback option pass. Wiley wants to throw it, but now he's going to keep it. Wiley inside the 20 down to the 10-yard line where he's pushed out of bounds by the defense.
Larry, I want to tell you, Jason Wiley just made a great play. You know, he came out, looked downfield. There wasn't anything developing, and then he put a move on the Pratt defender that literally left him standing still and then motored up the field. What a great, great play by Jason Wiley. I'll tell you what, he's a gamer.
I love the halfback option. I just love it.
Well, it puts pressure on that corner. You know, he's got a choice. Do I stay with my defensive man or offensive man, or do I come up hard? And he didn't come up in time, and Jason burned him.
Gutchalk with the call. He gets it inside the 10-yard line now for the Monarchs. This Monarchs can pick up a first down. It was 1st and 10 from just outside the 10-yard line. So they can get a first down without getting the touchdown. I'm sure Coach Gene Flax would just as soon put it in the end zone.
You know, it wouldn't surprise me if Coach Flax would throw it right here. They had a nice look before in that flat, and I think there's an opening right there, and I think you might see Coach Flax take advantage of it right here.
4:20 left to go here in the first half. 7-3, the Pratt Greenbacks on top of the TMP Marian Monarchs. Bloom wants to throw it. He's got Brenner open, almost intercepted there. Nice pass defense. His ball was a little underthrown. Number 31, Kyle Brown. And I thought we had a touchdown.
I did too, and I'll tell you what, that's exactly the call that I had mentioned that I thought Coach would do. You know, Coach Flax is a crafty old coach, and he sees what's happening out there. He saw that developing. He made the right call, and unfortunately was just a little bit underthrown, or that had 6 points written all over it.
Okay, 3rd and 9 now for the Monarchs. Once again, they can pick up a first down. Wiley with the call here, and he's going to be pushed back, and now you have to wonder whether Flax will settle for another field goal, and he's going to send T.J. Gutchalk out.
Well, I think this is smart because this, if you get the field goal here, it puts you within a point. Now you're in field goal range. I think that's just good football, and
don't want to come away empty-handed again. Ryan Hoffman got the 32-yard field goal in the first quarter. This time T.J. Gutchalk's going to get a shot at it. And he's going to be, they're going to set it on the 17-yard line, so 27-yarder here, and it's good.
No problem.
Nice kick by T.J. Gutchalk. Oh, it wasn't good.
No, no, that's what I said. It was to the left.
I'll be darned.
Well,
from this angle, it's hard to tell.
Obviously.
Yeah, see, I'm a little to the right of you guys.
That must be it.
I had those 2 degrees.
Certainly had the distance. So with 3:27 left to go now in the first half, Pratt's going to take over on their own 20-yard line as T.J. Gutchalk misses to the left.
Just to the left.
On a 27-yard attempt. So we'll see if Pratt will try to get some more points on the board here. I'm sure they'll do that. It'll be interesting to see if they keep it on the ground. That's where they've had their success. Although they had one pass that was dropped with the receiver wide open that probably would have been a touchdown.
Well, they've seen something that they like on their left-hand side because they've been working that left-hand side. They evidently see a seam or an alley that they think they can pop open, and they've sure been working it, Larry.
Tom Flax was one of the Monarchs in on the stop there. It's 2nd and 5 here from the 25. And they're going to sweep this one our way. And now Jason Wiley was not going to be denied, and he throws him for a loss, I believe.
I'll tell you what, Jason Wiley is a really heads-up football player. He plays free safety back there, and that's his responsibility. If he sees that developing, he has to come up hard. He read it right away, and that was just instinctive. He came up and made a great play from his free safety spot.
Okay, so there was a loss on the play. It's going to be 3rd and 6 now, loss of a yard. I believe the ball carrier then was Kyle Brown. Now let's see if Pratt puts it back in the air here. Needing to pick up 6 here. Be nice to see the Monarchs pick one off here. 2:11 left in the first half here, and they're going to keep it on the ground, and the Monarchs are going to hold. Maybe a yard. One of the Monarchs in there was number 64, Mitch Rupp.
And I don't know if you noticed that time, but TMP jumped into a cover 2 pass coverage that time. And I think Gene wants to try to put a stop here to what Pratt's wanting to do, and doing a good job of it.
Okay, they're going to have to punt it against the wind here. We've got Mark Shield and Brad Beaker back deep for the Monarchs, standing just inside the 50-yard line on the Monarch side of it. And gets the punt off. Beaker will fair catch it at the 47-yard line, 48.
Now I think, Larry, you're going to see the ball in the air. You've got 1 minute and 27 seconds. You want to try to move the ball down the field. Now he may try to set something up to get a run or two, but I think you'll see the ball in the air sometime here and soon. See if he can get inside field goal position and try to pick the 3 up.
1:27 left in the first half. Monarchs have 1 timeout left.
Did you see when he caught that ball off the punt? Where he caught it, he stopped, placed on the ground. Referees kept it right there. Now it's doing their work and his to boot.
Pratt has 2 timeouts.
A little mix-up.
Seems to be a little confusion in the TMP backfield, and now the halfback option pass, and once again Wiley's going to just keep it and tuck it and run.
That time the Pratt defender, I can't see exactly who it is out there, Larry, but that time the defender did a little bit better job, in fact a much better job of holding his ground and not taking the juke step. Made a nice play.
Looked like he had Beaker open downfield.
Well, again, see, we had a mix-up. I don't know, you had mentioned that, and I think there's something going on, some miscommunication between the 2 backs, and that was actually a broken play.
I know a few weeks ago, I don't remember which game it was for sure. I believe it was out at Chapman now.
Great call.
Gutchalk with the carry. He's got a first down and then some for the Monarchs as he's inside the 30-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, that was just a great call on Coach Gene Flax's part. They stretched him out just a little bit, and he popped in with that quick inside trap. TJ made a great run, and we're threatening.
Clock stops while they move the chains. 40 seconds now, and now it's running again.
Now you got to put the ball in the air.
Bloom pitches out to Gutchalk once again. Same play. Gutchalk pushed across the 20-yard line by one of the Greenbacks, and he's brought down at the 18.
And that's why I'm up here instead of down there on the side.
Well, Flax has 1 timeout left. They need to move the chains again as we've got another first down. They'll stop the clock while they do that. And so with 25.4 seconds left, that's almost like a timeout for the Monarchs. They hurried and got up to the line of scrimmage, and now it's a pitch out once again. Same play. Down to the 10-yard line. Now Flax is going to... Will he take his timeout or will he down it?
I'll tell you what, I am really impressed with TJ Gottschalk. He is a fine-looking sophomore. It's been a long time since I've seen a sophomore run with that kind of intensity.
Well, and you know, they say if something's working for you, you keep doing it until they stop it, and they did it 3 times in a row there.
Maybe
and a big gain on each one of them.
Maybe that's why I never repeat anything in my life. I just haven't found anything that works for me.
Now Gutchalk will come out of the football game.
Well, and I'll tell you what, that's a real credit to Coach Flax. He has great faith in his young players out there. He knows what their abilities and aptitudes are, and he does just a great job of taking advantage of what they do best.
TJ Gutchalk getting a few pats on the back. I think he hurt his right arm just a little bit. 3 carries in a row. A well-deserved rest. He seems to be a little bit winded, so.
Well, I know that motto. If there's no blood or bone sticking out of that body, he ain't hurt.
Well, it's about 30 yards in 3 plays that he had to run, so. And then he's got to go back to the huddle, so I guess it's.
I'll tell you what, Larry, look this time, I think, to that little flat route, that little pass route, double flood they called before. I know Coach Flax likes that, and this is a nice place to call it.
Okay, I believe now. Did Pratt call a timeout? Yes, they have. Now Pratt has called a timeout.
Who's this game brought to us by?
The sponsors. Okay, I'll do another sponsor here because we're not ready to go yet. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas. Since 1943, people of Northwest Kansas have relied on the assurance of Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas for health and life insurance. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas, through the Hayes office, offers groups of 10 or more low group rates and a variety of products to customize your coverage. They offer help to make sure you're in compliance with the new Kennedy-Kassebaum laws and regulations that affect your health plan. And they serve as third-party administrators for self-funded programs. Call the leading insurer in the state, Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas, your representative, Charlie Cruel, 718 Main in Hayes. Okay, 17.2 seconds left. Monarchs are out of timeouts. Pratt has one left. Monarchs are on the 11-yard line. 2nd and 3, which really doesn't matter at this point in the contest here. Bloom wants to throw it. He's got a man open, and it's going to be a touchdown, Monarchs.
That was an absolutely superb throw and an excellent pass route. I thought we'd see that. It looked to me like Pratt's given TMP that play, and Coach Flax, he's a crafty old veteran like we talked about. He sees it, he spotted it, made the call, TMP with a touchdown.
Brad Beaker on the receiving end of the 10-yard touchdown pass from quarterback Matt Bloom. And the extra point, Hoffman is in for it. And it's blocked.
Go get it.
Now they can return that, I believe, can they not? Evidently not. Okay, so with 11.8 seconds left to go in the first half here, I wish it was the football game. The TMP Marian Monarchs have regained the lead here and now lead the Greenbacks by the score of 9-7.
You know, Larry, you had mentioned on the block kick about running it back. And, we run into those kinds of things in Little League football because actually there's certain rules for the pros, there's certain rules for the collegiate game, there's certain rules at the high school level, and then of course we have certain rules at the Little League level, and it's amazing the number of people that get those rules confused, and sometimes our officials catch some static out there when they're actually making the right calls.
Unofficially, that was a 52-yard drive. In 1 minute and 15 seconds, the Monarchs took it 52 yards to regain the lead. The drive started at their own 48-yard line.
And the important thing about that is they got that thing in the end zone.
Well, and that was really a strong throw by the quarterback, Matt Bloom, and an excellent pass route that was run. And you just couldn't execute that play any prettier than they did.
Okay, TJ Gutchalk will kick it off here for the Monarchs.
You know, I watch this on Monday Night Football every Monday night, how the cameraman zooms up on that kick. I'm just not as good as they are.
I've seen you do that well once or twice.
Let's try it here. The hard thing is staying in focus.
Okay. Nice kick. That one's going to be in the end zone and out of the end zone. Nice kick by TJ Gutchalk. So
TJ's trying to make me look bad.
You can see that TJ Gutchalk was really pumped up after those runs he had down there to set up that touchdown. And I'm telling you, he put a foot into it.
So no time comes off the clock with the kickoff into the end zone. 9-7 our score. TMP Marian has just regained the lead here. 11.8 seconds left in the first half on the Cable 14 Game of the Week. Hayes High will be back in town next week for a homecoming contest and the start of district play against Salina South.
Look out for that play right here that they scored on earlier. There it is.
And this time, number 51 for the Monarchs, Jason Decken, makes the stop after about a 3-yard gain, and they're just going to let it run out here is Pratt. They do have one timeout left, but...
Well, that time, Larry, TMP said, you fooled me once. You're not going to fool me a second time. That defense did a nice job.
Okay, so that's the end of the first half here from Lewis Field Stadium. Your halftime score is the TMP Marian Monarchs 9 and the Pratt Greenbacks 7. We'll be back in just a few minutes here and be talking to Brad Dawson, the band director here at TMP. Hope you enjoyed the first half. We'll be right back.
Cable 14 local high school football.
We're about set to go here. Once again, our halftime score, the Monarchs on top, 9-7. Monarchs scored first on a 27-yard, oh no, check that, a 32-yard field goal by Hoffman. That came with 6:03 left in the first quarter. Monarchs had driven the ball from their own 20-yard line to the 22. Well, I guess if it's a 32-yard field goal, that's where they kicked the ball from. So, but the Monarchs didn't come out with a touchdown. Fourth down play, big play in that drive, Howard, was the big fourth down play when they were still well into their own territory.
You know, and that was really a gutty call. Now, some people, football purists would probably say, no, you should punt there. But, you know, Coach Flax knew his players. He knew what they could do, and he knew they were fired up. And it turned out to be a big play. You know, Larry, I am so impressed with the intensity level that TMP is showing it. I remember a lot of these kids. As a matter of fact, back when Gene Flax got hired, that's one of the few coaching jobs that I wanted to apply for, because you know, if anything could have got me out of coaching retirement, it would have been these kids that are sitting out there, and they haven't proved me wrong.
Okay, well, the other scoring has been Pratt came back with their touchdown on a 52-yard touchdown run by Melroy. That came with 6:18 left to go in the second quarter. And Gutchalk missed a 27-yard field goal with 3:27 left in the first half. And then, of course, the 10-yard TD pass from Matt Bloom to Brad Beaker. And that came with, I believe, 12 seconds left, approximately 12 seconds left in the half. And so that makes the Monarchs, Gutchalk missed the extra point to the left. And so once again, the score is 9-7, and we're set to go for second half of action here. TJ Gutchalk will kick it off for the Monarchs.
Let's see if TJ can bury it in the end zone like he did last time.
Another kick, and this one, now he's going to have to run it out. Takes it at the goal line. Gutchalk was one of those in on the stop there, but mainly who was that, 83? Yeah, Ben Bolick.
Now, this is my opportunity to correct myself. I got chewed out by Ben a couple weeks ago. I called him number 93.
Well, I tell you what, Ben Bolick's a fine young player. He, in fact, he's a kind of an in-law relative of mine. My son-in-law is Ben's uncle, and I know they go see all the games, and they get excited when they see Ben play. And been a great young ball player for TMP.
Okay, 1st and 10 from the 21. The Greenbacks get the ball first here. They're down by 2, 9-7 here. And nice tackle there by number 60. That's Ryan Worth for the Monarchs.
Larry, the Monarchs are playing with just great intensity, and that's really neat to see tonight.
He was tackled by Ryan Worth.
Picked up a couple, so make it about 2nd and 8 now.
Gain of 2, second down and 8.
You know, we don't talk about those big guys up front very often, but I'll tell you, there's a couple of guys, old Ryan Worth, Mitch Rupp, a defensive end, and Daniel Munch, another defensive end. Those guys up front, they're doing a great job tonight. Josh
Worth is in there up front also for the Monarchs. 2nd and 8. Back to pass is Reiner. And he's got a receiver at the 30, just over the 35. That's going to be a first down as he gets across the 45-yard line.
I'll tell you what, Larry, that's a tough route to defend. What they do is they take a wide receiver and run him deep, and then run a double arrow route. You've got to jump on one of the two arrows and make a choice, and usually one of the two is going to be wide open, and you saw it happen right there. Greenbacks had a wide open receiver, and the quarterback made a nice throw.
Thomason made the stop for the Monarchs. Brenner was also back there on defense. So 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line now for the Greenbacks. And this one they do hand off. It's a quick hitter up the middle, and Tom Flax and a host of TMP Monarchs on the stop, but not before he picks up about 7 yards, maybe 8.
And I'll tell you what, Larry, Rich Anderson for the Pratt Greenbacks is one heck of a football coach. You know, he's been around a long time. I believe he's been with the program 17, 18 years. He's a real veteran, and I'm sure they made some adjustments at halftime, and you're going to see a different Pratt team in the second half, so TMP's got to be ready. 2nd and 2 here for Pratt. They're inside Monarch territory again, and there's another first down for
Pratt, number 55, one of the Monarchs, Scott Thomason in on the stop.
Right now, what
Tom
Pratt's
Flax.
doing is just running right at TMP. Rich Anderson's decided that he's going to test the interior of that line a little bit and say, hey, we're going to come right at you. Stop us if you can.
Boy, Pratt, they waste no time getting up that line of scrimmage, do they?
I like that. I like to see him fire out.
Good hustle.
Good hustle.
1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Now a quick pass, and it's dropped there by number 21, Dustin Patton. Brad Beaker was on defense for the Monarchs. So it'll be 2nd and 10 now from the 44.
Hey, if you guys are lucky, you might be able to hear me sing again tonight.
Oh, boy.
Hope so. I'd say
That's why Harrod has that bottle of cotton in front of him, huh? Plug his ears full. I had a lot of compliments, by the way, about my singing.
it was very good. Right now, TMP's got to watch that off-tackle play. Twice now, Pratt's came with that after throwing the little quick in.
2nd and 10 here. And now Reiner wants to, now he's just going to keep it. He's going to pick up about 4. Tom Flax in on the stop for the Monarchs. Flax has been all over the football field tonight.
He's played an excellent game tonight.
So it's 3rd and long now. We'll call it 3rd and about 7.
Big old
Or a
Daniel,
long 6.
Daniel Munch there, number 53, trots on and takes over at that defensive end slot.
3rd down and 6 for Pratt.
See if the Greenbacks put it in the air here. 3rd and 6 from the 40-yard line.
You might see that inside trap, too.
And there it is. Another first down is Kyle Brown on the carry for the Greenbacks.
You know, you could just see it coming. You could just see the wheels turning in Coach Anderson's mind, and that's what I thought he was going to come with, and boy, he sure did.
You know, one thing they do, Howard, I was going to say something about, I haven't seen, maybe I just haven't noticed for long, but they do that at the line of scrimmage where they all come up together and they set again. Watch them here.
You know, Tom Cross used to do that with Hayes High a number of years ago.
Boy, there's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Okay, 1st and 10. Oh, a nice tackle there.
Is that, Jeff, is that showing my age or something? Or?
You know, I'm trying to remember if he was there when I went to high school. I started Hayes High in '81, and I think that Tom Cross was still there.
Tom Cross, I really liked Tom Cross. You know, he had some problems at the end, but Coach Cross did a lot of good for a couple of my boys that were out there. And, you know, he was a tough old guy and a tough old coach, but he sure got a lot out of the ball players.
Daniel Munch made a nice stop there for the Monarchs, but the ball is going to come back anyway. I believe we had a 10-yard holding penalty. And so it's going to be 1st and 20 now, back at the 35-yard line. Back to pass is Reiner. It's hit up in the air, batted around, and there's an opportunity maybe missed there for the Monarchs, but good defense. They got their hands up and knocked the ball down.
You know, this is kind of fun for me because it's, of course, I've been around Hayes High football for a lot of time, but you know, a lot of people don't realize I had a son that went to TMP. My son Dan played when Gene Flax was here. They had some really tough football teams in those years, and it used to be fun. I'd be at the TMP game with an earphone on, listen to Hayes High, and vice versa. Had a lot of fun that year. Actually had 2 sons play against each other that year.
2nd and 20 here for Pratt. They're going to put it in the air this time. Reiner's back to throw. He throws a little dump-off pass there to Kyle Brown. Monarchs are going to bring him down well short of the first down.
And that time, Pratt set that play up very, very well. That was a little screen pass. Quarterback just dropped back and kept dropping back. And as the defenders rushed toward him, he dumped it off, as you said, and well-executed play.
Picked up about 14 on the play. Tom Flax with another tackle there for the Monarchs, and now it's going to be 3rd and 7 here. See if the Monarchs can hold here. This could be a big play. Reiner wants to throw again, and he's got a man wide open, but he overthrows him. Nobody around. Beaker's the closest man.
Boy, it's a good thing you didn't catch that because I couldn't see the corner of the end zone anyway. You got a wall here.
Whoa, there is a wall there.
Wall.
Well, again, Pratt executed their pass routes very well. They had a receiver open. That time, the quarterback just didn't deliver the ball probably the way he should have, because he definitely had a man open. I think the Monarchs came out of that one maybe a little lucky.
Caught a little break there. It's going to bring up a 4th down and 7 here. This game brought to you in part by Coaches. For great appetizers, steaks, burgers, and sandwiches, it's Coaches, featuring the 1/2 pound burger, the Coach. Great lunch deals and their all-you-can-eat salad bar. Children have the minor leaguers menu to choose from. Chicken strips, steak fingers, corn dog nuggets, or grilled cheese. All served with fries. Open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner. The Family Sports Bar, Coaches Bar and Grill, where everyone gets to play, at the corner of 13th and Canterbury, 2000 East 13th in Hayes.
Hey, Howard, have you ever seen a chicken strip?
I've eaten a couple. I'm not going to fall into that, Jeff.
I'm back, Larry.
I
was kind of quiet there for a while.
Yeah, I guess. 7:54 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Monarchs on top 9-7, and the Greenbacks are going to go for it here from the 22-yard line. 4th and 7. Put it in the air again. Got a man open. Touchdown. Brenner is on defense for the Monarchs. No flags down. Dustin Patton was on the receiving end of that.
And I'll tell you what, that time Pratt just came out and beat TMP. That was a great pass route.
Good pass.
And a great pass. Receiver ran deep post and into the middle. And, you know, that's a tough pass. The quarterback on a straight drop, and he threaded the needle, and Pratt goes up ahead.
Well, and I know Gene Flax had expressed a little concern about their defense against the pass this week, as they said, in his words, the Greenbacks will throw the football. You can count on it. Getting double duty as a kicker here is the quarterback, Reiner. He'll attempt his second extra point of the game. His first one was good, and this one's close. It's good. Now, see, that one didn't look good to me. That's not fair. At any rate, with 7:48 left to go in the 3rd quarter, the Greenbacks have recaptured the lead here at Lewis Field Stadium, and now lead the Monarchs by the score of 14-9.
Larry, that was an excellent drive by the Pratt Greenbacks. They took the ball on their own 20 and just marched down the field. As I told you before, Rich Anderson's a great coach, and he made some adjustments, and it paid off for him.
Okay, let's see what the Monarchs can do with it for their first possession here of the 2nd half. And like the Monarchs started the game, kept the ball for a good part of the 1st quarter. And the only difference is Pratt got a touchdown where TMP just ended up with a field goal to start the game. Anyway, I want to get one sponsor in here, M&D Excavating. If you need it dug up, dug out, or just plain moved around, call M&D Excavating. Bobcats, loaders, dump trucks, ditchers, graders, and boring. For complete excavating service, call Darrell or Vaughn at M&D Excavating. And I got to say something here. You weren't here last week, Howard, and I know you can't hear me right now anyway because you don't have your headphones on. But Darrell gave me a hard time about being boring, calling them boring. No, they do boring. That's boring under roads, and they do a good job of it. Give them a call, M&D Excavating. I want to thank the guys for sponsoring the games. I believe that's, whoa, what a hit there at the 26-yard line. Beaker returning the kickoff, and he is met.
Well, right now, Larry, what the Monarchs need to do is put on a sustained drive, move the chains, don't panic. They've been moving the ball all night long, and they can continue to do so.
So they'll start from their own 28-yard line for their first possession here in the 2nd half. Down now 14-9, 7:41 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Let's see if the Monarchs can mount another drive. Brenner gets the carry across the 30-yard line.
You know, Larry, I've always believed that football is a game of adjustments. You have adjustments on the field, and then you have halftime adjustments. And generally speaking, the team that comes on top on the end has the staff that's able to make the best adjustments at halftime. And, you know, in this game, we've got 2 veteran fine coaches, and Rich Anderson and Gene Flax, and it's just kind of fun to watch the adjustments they've made. And let's see if the Monarchs can take advantage of the ones they've made and move it right on down the field.
Okay, pickup of 2, 2nd and 8 here for the Monarch. Quick pitch, and here's that halfback option pass again. This time Wiley's going to be thrown down by number 41, Corey Hoffman of the Greenbacks.
41, Corey Hoffman.
So Pratt had seen about enough of that.
Well, and that's just what I was talking about. At halftime, I am absolutely positive Rich Anderson came in and said, look, here's what's happened. He was probably on the blackboard diagramming it out, and they put a stop to it that time.
Loss of about 7 yards, going to make it 3rd and 16. Call it a loss of 8. Monarchs back to their own 22-yard line now. 3rd and long. Bloom wanted to throw the ball, but the Greenbacks were in there quickly. I believe that was number 84, it was, Dustin Beam. The Monarchs are going to have to punt it away here.
You know, Al, Frank, and Dan have nothing on me over here. I'm running the camera, excuse me, running the camera, doing a little play-by-play every now and then. I had a few comments here or there, and I answer the phone.
Yeah, and you can sing.
And I can sing.
Excuse me.
My phone was ringing a little bit ago, so I answered it while I'm shooting. Had to take my headsets off. My wife is expecting a baby, by the way.
Oh, yeah, right. Beaker back to punt the ball here. Look out. Boy, that one was almost blocked, but he gets off a nice punt. And it's going to be fumbled at the 45, and the Monarchs come up with it.
What a great play by the Monarchs there.
Scott Thomason comes up with the football.
Brad Beaker just made a great punt under tremendous pressure. Got the ball downfield, and the Pratt man dropped the football. TMP jumping right on it. Boy, great play for TMP.
That was a big break for the Monarchs. Now they'll have it in Pratt territory here at the 41-yard line.
Now we need to punch the ball into the end zone.
Not only that, we need to score a touchdown.
Wiley on the call there. He gets maybe back to the line of scrimmage. So, Howard, you're right. We're seeing a different defensive team anyway here with the Greenbacks.
Well, they've come out this half, and they're much more aggressive. They're bringing more pressure than they did in the first half. And but I'm sure, knowing Coach Flax like I know him, he's going to step right in and make the adjustments he needs to make, and these Monarchs are going to do well.
Okay, 2nd and 10 for the Monarchs. Bloom pitches to Wiley. And
Nice
this
block.
time he does turn the corner. There were some nice blocks over there by the Monarchs, and he gets it up across the 40 to about the 47 before he's driven out. Does Wiley.
Hey, referees aren't supposed to throw the ball overhead. You always see them do that. Why is that, Howard? You've been around football for a long time. Why do they always underhand it?
Well, because they can't throw it overhand.
I didn't say that.
That is Howard Peters, Howard.
3rd down and 5 for the Monarchs, so pickup of just over 5 yards for the Monarchs.
I heard a whistle.
And now the officials stop play.
They probably
here
heard Howard's comment.
Probably it.
I'm thrown out.
Probably got to get him out of the football game. Now they restart. 4:08 left to go here in the 3rd quarter. Monarchs are down 14-9.
Larry, I think I'd look to that little flat route that they've run a couple of times. This might be a place to call it.
I think they're going to come across to Dries here with the pass. No, they give it to Gutjock, and he might have gotten to the 35-yard line, so you would think Gene would go for it here. That'll be 3rd and about 4, or 4th and about 4, excuse me.
Oh, he'll go for it.
I don't think there's any question.
And you're on the, what, 36-yard line?
Brad Beaker brings in the play. See if Monarchs can capitalize on the fumbled punt by the Greenbacks. 4th and 4. Gutjock gets the call. He's not going to make it. He's going to get up to about the 33-yard line, the 34 maybe.
Well, I'll tell you, Coach has great confidence in his ball players there. I was a little surprised with those two calls, but, you know, Coach knows what he's doing, and he knows what the kids can do, and that time it just didn't work out.
Okay, with 3:08 left now in the third quarter, the Greenbacks will take over at their own 34-yard line. So
It's almost a foot race up to that line of scrimmage.
they do hustle. Defensive play there by the Monarchs. Who was that, 68? Well, they said over the PA, Gutchalk, but I thought Josh Worth was in on
I
that.
thought it was, too. It's big old 68, Josh Worth in there, a 6'2", 200-pound junior, doing a nice job on the inside. Boy, the Monarchs are showing great intensity, and let's see if they can stop the Greenbacks right here.
Okay, second and about 9. And the handoff up the middle again, and look out, there's a Wiley was one of the Monarchs in there, and making the initial hit, though, was also Beaker in on the stop, but I believe that was Gutchalk. No, Gutchalk's back.
Number 51.
Thank you. That's Jason Decken with the initial hit there. He had help from Wiley and Beaker. So it's going to make it third and short here.
Jason Decken's another one of those big old linemen, a tackle, defensive tackle, 6'3", junior, 215 pounds. I just like seeing those guys. They get down and dirty in the middle, and boy, they're doing a great job on the inside.
Third and a yard here for the Greenbacks. Let's see if the Monarchs can stop him here from the 43-yard line. And if he doesn't break that initial tackle at the line of scrimmage, Monarchs hold. Flax had a hold of him but couldn't hold on.
Boy, old Tom just flew through there, and he put a hit on, but he didn't have a great angle. And Pratt Runner did a great job of breaking the tackle, and just enough to get the 1st and 10.
You know, Howard, a little bit ago you mentioned down and dirty football. That's one thing I really miss is dirty football. I miss mud, dirt, grass stains.
Well, you won't see that on the Cable 14 game of the week, folks.
I don't like clean uniforms. It's not right.
New turf in here for what, about 3-4 years now? Uh-oh, look out here. Another couple of missed tackles there by the Monarchs. They finally bring him down just inside the 30-yard line. Brenner and Staub in on the stop finally for the Monarchs.
Well, and Rich Anderson has seen something at halftime that he thought that he could do some things with, and that's the second or third time they've run that play, run it to each side, and on all of the occasions they've had some good results with it, and Monarchs have to just make an adjustment here and put a stop to it.
Okay, 1st and 10 Greenbacks. They're well into TMP territory now from the 30-yard line.
Got for the
Back to passes, Reiner. He's got a man open, but he can't make the catch. Back on defense, I believe, with Wiley and Flax.
Well, in that time, they've been running the post in that situation, and that time they took the tight end and ran him straight up the seam, and he had a little gap, but TMP defenders were around him and made it tough to complete.
Almost looked like the pass was over his wrong shoulder. He turned one way and the ball came over the other, and he just couldn't quite make the adjustment. So 2nd and 10 for the Greenbacks. Once again up the middle, and the Monarchs hold on this one. Maybe picked up a yard.
You know, and the thing, Larry, that makes it so tough to defend this Greenback team is they show a lot of different looks. They'll run trips, they'll run an empty backfield, they'll run an eye, they'll run the robust, and then they also run a lot of different pass routes and a lot of different patterns. And I'll tell you what, for a young defensive backfield, that's a little tough to handle.
So 3rd and long here for the Greenbacks. We're just coming down with less than a minute now left in the third quarter here. Got a man open again, but this one's picked off. Brenner gets it at the 6-yard line, and the Monarchs are going to take over there.
And I'll tell you what, Larry, you know, on the touchdown pass, Brenner got beat. This time, Adam Brenner said, no, it isn't going to happen twice. I'm going to take it away from you, and that's exactly what he did. A nice interception there by Brenner.
So the Monarchs will take over deep in their own territory, but the good news is they have the football and not the Greenbacks. Our score still remains 14-9 in favor of the Greenbacks.
What is a greenback?
That's a frog.
I think it's $1.
The frog dollar.
36.2 seconds left in the third quarter.
Hey, frog, can I borrow $1?
I wonder if it's a toad.
Ribbit.
That come from the coach's box?
It certainly wasn't from the TV room.
A little mix-up in the backfield. Brenner, I believe, got the call there. Got a little breathing room as he gets it up to about the 8-yard line. Now timeout is called. Officials, as I believe Brenner lost a shoe. Got to get it put back on.
Oh, he's got one left.
Yeah, what's he need that one for? He's still got one. Hoffman will check in now, and Brenner will probably check out. He does. Monarchs trying to get some breathing room here. They'll be against the win in the fourth quarter here, so.
It wouldn't surprise me if Coach would throw the ball right here.
Bloom hands off. Oh, look out here. Gutchalk breaks it, and he's out across the 15 to almost the 20-yard line. That's a first down.
I'm ready for him to break one.
That was a nice call. Gutchalk, again, running very hard, did a great job, and picked up the first down.
TJ, you break one, and Howard will take you to lunch anywhere you want to go.
Okay, that's going to do it here for the third quarter. After 3 quarters of play, it's the Pratt Greenbacks 14 and the TMP Marian Monarchs 9. This game brought to you in part by Fisher Furniture. Features name brand furniture, bedding, carpet, ceramic tile, and Formica, and of course a great selection of the famous Lane recliners. Fisher Furniture open 7 days a week at 2414 Vine. Fisher Furniture, where you always get less talk and more savings. Insurance planning, where you insure with confidence for business, personal life, and health. Fast, fair claim service and a loss prevention and safety engineering program. Insurance Planning Incorporated, your independent insurance agent. You always know you're getting the right coverage at the right price. Insurance Planning Incorporated, 3006 Broadway in Hayes. And Commercial Builders Incorporated. They've earned a reputation for keeping construction costs under control by building on target, on time, and on budget. Commercial Builders Incorporated are general contractors that build with the community in mind. From Butler metal buildings to custom homes and the largest commercial structures, you can build on their experience. Commercial Builders Incorporated, 2717 Canal Boulevard in Hayes, listed in the Feist area-wide yellow pages. And Walmart, always low prices, always Walmart. Always. Harfman Accounting. See Carol Harfman at Harfman Accounting for individual and business accounts, accounting and income tax preparation, tax consulting, monthly record keeping services, and payroll tax services. Harfman Accounting, 2604 General Hayes Road, number A, Jeff, in Hayes.
You're going to just keep riding me on that all year, aren't you? That's why I was never good in algebra.
Jeff, tell those guys down there to turn the stick to first down.
So I could whistle.
Well, it's got to be a first down. And they've got.
Yeah, it's 1st and 10.
Yeah, they got the yard marker wrong. It is a first down for the Monarchs here, so we'll go with that. Now they're going to change it.
They probably noticed it right then.
Official timeout.
That's the old coach in me. That ain't going to happen.
I'm going to get another sponsor in here. Hayes Cable TV Company, Eagle Communications, locally providing cutting-edge technology and quality entertainment for pennies a day. Who else takes the steps locally to bring you cable in the classroom, telemedicine links, educational computer networks, local television, news, weather, and programming you won't find anywhere else. Like this game you're watching right now, it's all available at the touch of a button, and many of these community services are provided to you free.
Did you hear the crowd applause there when he flipped it to first down? Poor guy, he's just watching the game.
I believe Hoffman on the carry there, picks up a few yards for the Monarchs. Anyway, let me finish this spot here. Only from your local cable company, Hayes Cable TV Company, Eagle Communications, 2300 Hall in Hayes. Okay, he's picked up about 4 yards there, does Hoffman. So let's see if the Monarchs, which they started this drive on their own 6-yard line after the interception by Brenner. Be nice to see him drive the distance of the field and chew up some time on the clock and get the lead back in this football game. Gutchalk with the carry.
Boy, Larry, I'll tell you what, TJ there is just running the ball as well as I've seen a sophomore run, and as I said before, a long time. He's running hard. Again, he had a little spin move there, Jeff, a lot like we see with Augustine at Hayes High.
You know, it's like I said at the beginning of the season there, but, you know, his brother, there's a possibility if his brother starts as a sophomore like TJ's doing, there'll be a brother combination for TMP. That'll be kind of fun to watch.
Yes, it will.
Okay.
I think Luke had a long run in the game, yesterday, right,
Yes,
Larry?
he did. I'll talk about that in just a second. 3rd and short here for the Monarchs. Gutschall gets the call and fights for the first down.
Boy, and that's just hard-nosed football. I like to see that. Boy, he wasn't going to be denied. He knew where the first down marker was and said, I'm going to get it, and he did.
Anyway, we were talking about Jeff was yesterday's intra-city rivalry, the Kennedy Irish and the Felton Falcons battling out at the Felton Field yesterday, and you're right. Luke Skywalker Gutschall stole the ball from one of the ball carriers of Felton and scored the first touchdown for Kennedy.
And he did steal that. We looked at it in slow motion. I still didn't see him steal that ball. And I used to live next door to him. That scares me.
Boy, that time Pratt said, no, that play's not going to work, TMP. And they just came up hard, filled the gap, and made a nice defensive play.
Hoffman on the carry there for the Monarchs. At any rate, in yesterday's game, or in Thursday's game, I should say, if you haven't heard, hard-fought battle. Felton drove their initial drive, I believe, and got a touchdown. Went up 6-0. Then on the steal by Gutschall, Kennedy tied it at 6. No more scoring until less than a minute left to go in the football game. Kennedy scored on a touchdown pass and won 14-6.
I tell you what, Larry, another thing that's real impressive to me for a sophomore like TJ is the way he hangs on to the football. Did you see as he met the Greenbacks, he had both hands wrapped up on the ball, and there was no way he was going to fumble. Now, that's unusual for a sophomore. That just shows some good coaching somewhere down the line. I think probably a lot of it from his father, because I know his father coached him a lot of years.
Okay, 3rd and 7 here for the Monarchs. Need a big play here. Bloom back to pass. Good protection. He's got a man open, but it's intercepted. Brenner was open, and now Brenner makes the stop. Number 31, Kyle Brown, makes the interception. Brings it back to about the 28-yard line, but we've got a flag down on the field.
Someone left their laundry.
Boy, and I'll tell you what.
Roughing the passer is called. Does that give it back to the Monarchs?
That's coming back.
You know, prior to the roughing to the passer, this is easy to say sitting up here. It's really tough for a quarterback, but as an old quarterback coach, I watch this, and you just see it happen. If a quarterback doesn't set his feet, he's not going to get much on the ball. And that time what happened, as Bloom went back, he just didn't get his feet set properly. He had a man wide open, and having the feet kind of thrown off the back foot, you might say, that causes the ball to be underthrown, and that's why the interception happened. But fortunately, Pratt made a mistake, and now TMP can hopefully take advantage of it.
It was a nice effort there by Kyle Brown. Leaped up to make that interception. But like you said, the roughing the passer calls, and the Monarchs not only hold on to the football, but have a first down to boot from the 42-yard line.
To boot.
To boot. Pitch out is to Wiley. He's not going to get anywhere. He going to fall a yard or so short of getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Boy, in that time, Pratt did an excellent job of stretching that quick pitch out. The cornerback came up hard. There was good pursuit from the backer position and the strong safety, and Pratt just did an excellent job of stopping TMP cold.
Okay, I've got a lot of sponsors to go, so I'm going to squeeze some in here. The Strike Zone, this is a place with food that is truly different. Over 74 menu items in the largest variety in town, with most everything made fresh daily, not pre-cooked. The Strike Zone sports the best ribs, steak, and seafood that you can find just about anywhere, and salads that are out of this world served with muffins or breadsticks. And I'll get back to that right after this 2nd and 12 play. Wiley once again gets the call, and he's up back to the original line of scrimmage at about the 42-yard line. Strike Zone has over 20 gourmet sandwiches, and they feature delicious homemade soup every day. It's great served in a bread bowl. Dine in, carry out, or delivery. The Strike Zone next to the bowling alley. 2400 Vine in Hayes. The New England Financial Group, when it comes to protecting your family and planning your future, rely on Tim Schumacher, a 35-year resident of Hayes who understands your financial concerns. As a licensed insurance and investment professional, Tim can assist you in creating financial solutions that you can trust. For more information or a free consultation, call Tim today. The New England Financial Group, 1001 Milner in Hayes. 3rd and 10 for the Monarchs. Bloom is going to throw it. Has Flax
Great
check that
job.
Dries open, and Dries almost breaks it. He goes forced out at the 30-yard line.
And I want to tell you something, Larry. That was all Matt Bloom. What a great play by Matt Bloom. You know, he came to roll out, had some real pressure, had the presence of mind to step inside that pressure, which he's taught to do, and then delivered a strike, and all of that happened in just seconds. What a great job, Matt Bloom.
Okay, so the Monarchs pick up a big first down there, and it's 1st and 10. They're back in Pratt territory now at the 30-yard line. 7:23 left to go. Monarchs down 14-9. Have started this drive at their own 6-yard line. Brenner with the call, and he fights his way to the 25-yard line. This game brought to you in part by Kansas Mobile Glass. Kansas Mobile Glass says, give us a break. Dependable auto, truck, and farm equipment. Glass installed in the shop at 2306 Vine and Hayes, or at your location anywhere in Northwest Kansas. 24-hour service. Call to schedule and be assured it'll be done on time. Kansas Mobile Glass, 2306 Vine.
You know, I wish we had the luxury of stats, because I think once again, you know, TMP is just, they're driving the ball really well again this week.
And since you mentioned that, I want to apologize to the people. For the Hayes High games, we do have stats, but we have those done for us. We don't have the manpower to do them, and Stan and Joni Jackson are nice enough to furnish us with their stats that they come up with. Matt Bloom, and now he throws an interception. Flax was the intended receiver, and it's picked off by Cody Estes, number 25. Brings it back.
Boy, and I'll tell you what, there were two TMP players that just ran into each other down there, and they're both down on the field.
Okay, so Bloom throws the interception. He had Flax looked like open there, but the Greenback defender picks it off, and Pratt has the football back with 6:26 left to go in the football game. This game brought to you in part by Clean Right Janitorial Supplies. Get your business in tip-top shape with help from Clean Right Janitorial Supplies. They have everything, including floor strippers, cleaners, waxes, and sealers, trash can liners, janitorial paper supplies, cleaners, potters, hand soaps, and more. If it's not in stock, they can have it for you in 24 hours. Pick it up or deliver. Clean Right Janitorial Supplies open Monday through Friday, 8 to noon and 1 to 5. 1307 Vine and Hayes. A couple of the Monarchs were injured on the play there. Let's see, check it here. 60 and 51. That's Ryan Worth and Jason Decken. Appear to be okay.
You know, and I really like that call. It didn't work out, but I think it was a great call by Coach Flax, and sometimes they just don't work out.
Looked like it was going to be a touchdown for a moment there.
Well, it was the right call. It was a good call. And sometimes you just don't quite execute the way you want to, and some bad things happen. But I'll tell you what, I'm really impressed with TMP. I'm impressed with their coaching staff, and the way I'm especially impressed with the intensity that these kids are playing.
Hey, Hoffman on the stop there for the Monarchs. Time is starting to become a factor here. All the Monarchs are only 5 down here, so a touchdown would put them back on top. Then you would think they'd go for 2 if they could get that. Of course, Pratt would like to get some insurance points here, as we're just now under 6 minutes left to go in the football game.
And you know they're going to keep that ball on the ground.
They're going to keep that clock rolling, and I believe they've got another first down here. I'm going to get in another sponsor. Oldham Sales, quality mechanics, service shops, and do-it-yourselfers know they can rely on Oldham Sales for dependable auto parts like standard ignition parts, 4-season heating and air conditioning parts, and high-grade emission parts and accessories. Everything to get you back on the road again. Your automotive jobber since 1948. Oldham Sales, 10th and Allen in Hayes.
They're not going to be such in a hurry to get up that line now.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is going to show TMP's character right here. If they can hold the Greenbacks and stop them, there's still plenty of time left in this football game.
1st and 10 Greenbacks from the 47. Now they crossed midfield and are into TMP territory there. Hoffman once again in on the stop along with Brenner for the Monarchs.
Well, I'll tell you what, and, you know, unless you've never been out there, you really don't understand it. But this time of the game, you know, with 5 minutes left, you've been playing your hearts out. The feet are starting to get a little heavy. The legs are getting tired. This is when you got to suck it up and give everything you got.
2nd and 3 for the Greenbacks here from the 44-yard line of the Monarchs. Nice stop there by, I believe it was Flax. Here comes a late flag. Flax and Brenner in on the stop. I think Flax made the initial hit. Brenner helped out.
I think we got a hold.
Got a holding call. You got it.
Boy, that's a big break for the Monarchs, Larry. It's a break they were looking for. It puts Pratt in probably a second and long situation, and now the Monarchs can toughen up, force a punt, and hopefully get the ball in good field position.
Should be about 2nd and 12 or 13 as it pushes the ball back into Pratt territory at the 46-yard line. So it's going to be 2nd and 13 here. 4:42 now left to go in the football game. Clock running. Monarchs need to get the football back. Going to try to draw him off sides there, it looked like. Now Reiner keeps it, throws it, got a man open, and just overthrows him, and he's upset with himself, and that's a big break there for the Monarchs. Not only was he open, but the incomplete pass stops the clock with 4:28 left to go. And
you know, and Reiner should be, because he had a man wide open, and as a quarterback, I mean, that just makes you sick when you make that kind of mistake. That was a neat call. Again, Pratt does so many things. That time they lined up in that full house backfield, the old robust, and brought motion one way, rolled the other, and had a receiver wide open.
Okay, big play here, 3rd and 13. 14-9 Pratt on top of the Monarchs. Monarchs need to hold here. Reiner's back to pass. There's a little inside pass to Cody Estes.
Boy, and I'll tell you what, Larry, you're seeing it all tonight. Old Rich Anderson is pulling out the stops. He knows he's in a football game, and that crafty old guy is pulling out whatever he has in his bag of tricks. Of course, that call he just made is a great call, but TMP did a great job of stopping it.
The ball at midfield. It'll be 4th and 9. 4 minutes now, clock running. Looks like we've got Beaker. Is that Hoffman? Back with him deep for the Monarchs to receive the punt. Monarchs go for the block. Beaker takes it, changes his field, and he's going to be brought down at the 17-yard line by half the Greenback team. With 3:40 left to go, the Monarchs are going to have another shot at it. Let's see if they can get it going. This game brought to you in part by Advantage Glass Plus. Advantage Glass Plus does more than just windshields. They also sell and install air conditioners, sunroofs, cruise controls, security alarms, car stereos, and more. Advantage Glass Plus comes to your workplace, home, or any location to install your windshield and make a glass repair. They can replace glass on cars, trucks, and industrial equipment, plus you can find truck accessories and more. Advantage Glass Plus is an authorized 3M Scotch tint dealer from heat, glare, broken glass, and fabric fading today. Get the advantage with Advantage Glass Plus, located just north of I-70 on Vine and Hayes, locally owned and operated, listed in the Feist area-wide yellow pages. Hey, the handoff, I believe, was to Brenner. It was.
Well, I'll tell you what, Larry, win, lose, or draw tonight, the TMP Monarchs have nothing to be embarrassed about. Boy, I'll tell you what, they have played a whale of a football game. We've still got 3 minutes and 23 seconds left. I think they can take it down and score.
Hey, the Monarchs started from their own 17-yard line. Their previous drive, they started at their own 6. See if they can drive it the length of the field here in 3 minutes and win this football game. Monarchs need a touchdown. A field goal does them no good. Back to pass is Bloom. He's got Staub wide open at the 35-yard line, and he can't get the ball to him. This game brought to you in part by the Meckenstock Group. The future's not that far away, and you'll be able to manage in the future if you manage your investments today. Your college and retirement funding specialist since 1937. The Meckenstock Group, 1407 Main, downtown Hayes. 2:59 left, Howard.
This is a big play.
It'll be 3rd and long for the Monarchs here. We'll call it 7 from the 20-yard line.
Great
Gutchalk with the catch, and he breaks free and makes the first down.
I'll tell you what, Larry, what a great job again for a sophomore. TJ just leaped up, took a hold of that ball, made a spin move, and got himself a first down. Great job, TJ Gutchalk.
Okay, 2:52 left. The Monarchs get a big first down.
Well,
now the clock rolling.
That's when big players step up, is when it's crunch time, and you just saw a big player step up and make a big play.
TJ has had a heck of a game tonight. Now a quick pass out to Beaker, and he'll try to break it inside. Nice hit there by the Greenbacks, number 50. That's Mike Dobson.
Well, that time Coach Flax tried to set up that little flanker screen, a very similar play to what the Greenbacks ran in the last series, and it was a nice catch, picked up a yard or two.
I think he got his bell rung there, just a little bit. Looks a little disoriented. He took a pretty good hard shot there.
That was a hard shot.
Beaker says, I'm in the 440, Coach.
I'll tell you what, there's some pad popping going on out there by both teams.
That was a hard hit, so Beaker will take a break. We've got to stop in the action here for a moment now. They'll re-huddle it up, so that'll give me time to get another sponsor in here. Golden Plains Credit Union. At Golden Plains Credit Union, the phrase "you belong" is not just a slogan, it's a philosophy of doing business. As a credit union member, you reap the benefits of a cooperative effort. You're not just a customer, you're a member owner. And I'll finish that one up in short order here, right after this 2nd and 9 play here by the Monarchs. Pitch out is to Gutchalk. He's got some blocking in front of him, but the Greenback defender comes in from behind, number 41, Corey Hoffman. The advantages are passed on to you in higher paying share savings accounts and lower interest rates at Golden Plains. Establishing your account at Golden Plains Credit Union is easy. Just visit a member service representative today. Becoming a member of Golden Plains is the best deal going. So start your account at a locally member-owned financial institution and find out why you belong. Golden Plains Credit Union, 2720 Broadway, an equal housing lender, member NCUA.
Got another player down here for Thomas More.
Well, that'll just give me time to get my last sponsor in, and then we can play football, right? This game brought to you in part by Thomas More Prep Marian High. Thomas More Prep Marian High, through the dedication of our students, parents, teachers, and alumni members, our focus is on Christian values and community awareness. TMP Marian reflects an atmosphere of home to its students, whether it's in support of school-spirited games, and we'll finish that one in a second. I thought we had a man down there, Jeff.
We did.
He got Chalk again with the call. Makes some nice cuts in there. He's up across the 45. It's going to be 4th and short for the Monarchs here, and Howard, they've got to go for it now. 1:36 left in the football game, and Monarchs will go on 4th and 3 here. No huddle.
Just to play the game.
This is a football game right here, folks. Gutchalk again with the call, and he finds a way to get across. I believe he picked up the first down.
Boy, I don't know, Larry. I think it's close.
I think he got it.
Where he's standing here, I think he's going to get it.
We've got another Monarch down. Looks like Brenner's got a cramp. And with that spot, I believe he's got the first down, and he does. 1st and 10 Monarchs with 1:19 left to go. They're down 14-9 here.
Well, now the clock is not an ally. With 1:19 left, you're almost forced to start putting the ball in the air. Running plays, of course, take a lot of time off the clock, and unfortunately, TMP doesn't have a lot of time right now. So I wouldn't be surprised to see Coach put it in the air. He might run a play or two, but you're going to see him in the air very shortly.
Well, on the plus side of that, Howard, TMP has all its timeouts left. So,
and I think I saw him signal for a timeout there, but with the injury on the field, that kind of avoided taking a timeout, so that worked for TMP's advantage.
okay, so it's 1st and 10 Monarchs from the, we'll call it, it is the 39-yard line. 1:19 left to go. They're down by 5, 14-9. And Coach Gene Flax will pull out all the stops now. Matt Bloom at quarterback, TJ Gutchalk in the running backfield, and has had a whale of a game tonight. Picked up that first down. This time Wiley gets the call, and he gets a nice block there from TJ, and he's over across the 40 to about the 43.
You bet.
They're going to quickly get over the ball. Chris Drees was trying to get the play, and the rest of them were already up at the line of scrimmage. It's a pitch out here to Wiley. If he can get outside, he might do some damage here, but he does get out of bounds at the 49-yard line. That'll stop the clock with 39.8 seconds left. I got to finish up so we can finish up this game here. My last sponsor, TMP Marian, reflects an atmosphere of home to its students, whether it's in support of school-spirited games, excellence in academics, or fundraising activities sponsored by Alumni Association, Booster Club, PTF, and a variety of student groups. It is the goal of our faculty and alumni to search for excellence, which stands behind our statement, give us 4 years.
And they'll give you, Howard?
I was watching here. I'm sorry.
Lifetime.
I'm thinking about what play we're going to run.
We caught him off guard there, Jeff.
No,
We
I
did. 3rd and short here for the Monarchs, less than a yard. And the handoff goes to Wiley, and he picks up the first down across midfield here. Now the Monarchs will they'll have to stop the clock here to move the chains, but Monarchs are going to call a timeout now.
Jeff, we laughed at that, but I've spent so many years either on the sideline or up in the press box, and it gets this time of the game, and my total focus and intensity is on what are we going to do next?
That's why you're over there biting your nails, huh?
No, I'm thinking. I'm trying to figure out what to do.
Well, as you can see there, 35.5 seconds left in the football game. The crowd now getting into it and trying to cheer the Monarchs on here. They're all on their feet down here at Lewis Field Stadium. Monarchs are down 14-9, 35.5 seconds left in the football game. They have a 1st and 10 at the Pratt 49-yard line.
Well, what do they say, do or die? Howard's over there still chewing on his nails.
Only on the Cable 14 game of the week.
This is what makes Friday night football, high school football, so great. The 2 very fine football teams out here, great intensity. The fans are excited. Both sidelines right now, you can see the wheels turning on the coaches' minds. And, boy, that's what high school football is all about, and that's why I love it so much.
Monarchs, actually, I don't know how many timeouts they have left. The scoreboard still shows 3, but we know they've used at least 1. Wiley gets the call. They must have several left because they're keeping the football on the ground. And now they're going to use another one right here. No, they're not. Yes, they do. Monarchs will use another timeout.
I never, ever want to second guess a coach. Never will. But I guess I don't understand that.
Well, give me just a few seconds here, and I'm going to run through all our sponsors. Can I do that, Jeff? He's not got his headphones on, so he doesn't care. I want to thank all these sponsors: Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Kansas, Coaches, M&D Excavating, Fisher Furniture, Insurance Planning, Commercial Builders Incorporated, Walmart, Harfman Accounting, Hayes Cable TV Company, Eagle Communications, The Strike Zone, the New England Financial Group, Kansas Mobile Glass, Clean Right Janitorial Supplies, Oldham Sales, Advantage Glass Plus, the Meckenstock Group, Golden Plains Credit Union, Thomas More Prep Marion High, Gutierrez Mexican Restaurant, RDH Electric, Klein's Mortuary, USD 489, Steel Fabrications, Sportsman Supply, Chase Insurance, AA Sporting Goods, Mad Matter, Fort Hayes Trucking, and Purdy's Pharmacy, and also our halftime show sponsor, Midwest Music.
Big Cable 14 salute to all them guys.
That's right. Okay, Monarchs 2nd and we'll call it 9 here from the 48-yard line. Bloom wants to throw the ball. Now he does throw it. It's a little high for Brad Beaker at the 35-yard line, but it does stop the clock with 23.7 seconds left now in the football game.
And the scoreboard's still showing 3 timeouts for TMP, so they get 6 this half.
Well, we know they're at least down to 1 or out, and that may be why they put that one in the air, Howard.
Yeah, they've got some time here. They've got 23 seconds left. Let's just see what happens.
Okay, Bloom again to a pass. He's going to throw this one down the middle, and it's caught by Flax at the 28-yard line. Now Monarchs will use their final timeout with 19.5 seconds left.
What a great throw that time. Did you see the way old Matt Bloom set his feet and delivered a great throw? And what a fantastic catch out there by Tom Flax. And Flax had the presence of mind to immediately call timeout. Larry, that's what I was referring to back on first down. TMP has some good receivers out there, and Bloom's got a good, strong arm. You got to like their chances.
Monarchs have moved the ball from their own 17-yard line. They're down now to the Pratt 29-yard line. or check that, 29-yard line. Thought I was wrong, but the scoreboard is.
Well, Howard, if we don't get a chance here before the last 19 seconds, it's good to have you back.
Well, thanks. It's great to be back.
Larry never brings me anything like soccer.
All right, Monarchs, let's get up and put this ball right in the end zone.
1st and 10 Monarchs here. 19.5 seconds left. No timeouts, so they've got to throw the ball here. And there's a throw that's
Great
it's
catch.
caught.
Absolutely great catch.
Now they've got to get another play off here.
Get up.
The clock will stop to move the chains. Number 31, and that's Chad Geist with the catch.
Right now,
Clock
you just
is
want
not
to
yet
spike
moving.
the ball.
Spike
Just
the ball.
spike it.
Now the clock moves,
Spike the ball.
and now Pratt calls timeout.
Larry, I want to tell you what. That ball was thrown downfield, and I missed the receiver. Who was the receiver that?
Chad Geist was the receiver, a
I want to
freshman.
tell you what, for a freshman to make that kind of catch in a pressure situation in a game like this is just incredible. You know, Chad Geist went up and made that catch in a way that you don't see many seniors do.
I think these guys over here in the radio booth are kind of like not believing what's going on right here.
Oh, you gotta love what's happening with TMP here. What character. My hat is really off to these kids and this coaching staff. This is just exciting.
The bad news here is that field goal does not help the Monarchs. They have to hit pay dirt with a touchdown.
They're going to put it in, Larry. I got a feeling.
They're down by 5, 14-9. 9.3 seconds are left on the clock. Monarchs have no timeouts left.
Look at this here. Do you think they want a touchdown?
You know what I'd do right here is I would throw a fade in the corner of the end zone. It's a real safe pass. You can get a couple of them off. With the receivers they've got, I see no reason why not to do it.
Definitely go for the end zone.
Coach is still on the field. Now they stop it for a second here. Throw it in the end zone, or out of the end zone. Uh-oh. But it's incomplete. That Monarchs are going to have another shot at it. Almost picked off, almost caught by the Monarchs.
Well, I'll tell you what, personally, I think what you need to do is you throw it in the corner where you either catch it or nobody else does. That's a pretty dangerous pass that was just thrown.
Well, at this point in time, interception doesn't matter. This is the last play of the game. 3.7 seconds, barring a penalty. This is going to do it. Let's see if the Monarchs can do it. He's got to get rid of the football. Oh, and he overthrows Brenner, who's open in the corner of the end zone, and that's going to be your ball game. Monarchs fall about 6 yards short of winning this football game.
And if you would have caught that, I wouldn't have seen it again. It was a good ball here.
Well, Larry, I'll tell you what. I know the TMP Monarchs are feeling bad right now, but doggone it, they just played one whale of a football game. And what character they showed with 17, 18 seconds left to march right down the field and put themselves in a position to win the football game. Boy, they don't have to apologize to anybody. What a great, great football game these Monarchs played tonight.
Okay, well, that's your ball game here from Lewis Field Stadium. Monarchs fall about 6 yards short of winning this one. They took that last drive from their own 17-yard line and drove it down to the Pratt 6. Just can't quite get it in the end zone. So your final score from Lewis Field Stadium, the Pratt Greenbacks 14 and the TMP Marian Monarchs 9. I'm Larry Calvery, and for Howard Peters and Jeff Durall, we'd like to say thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Be sure and join us next week when it's homecoming for Hayes High School, and they entertain the Salina South Cougars on the Cable 14 Game of the Week. So long, everyone.
Cable 14 Local Sports. This week's Game of the Week is brought to you by...